the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. And this is in the Good News translation. Show me a righteous ruler, and I will show you a happy people. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people. First and foremost, I want to give our honor, our glory, our praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and Akwaf that listen and learning. To you, I say Shalom. Once again, this brother Malak coming at you with a quick lesson. And this lesson is going to come right out of the Guardian News. And we're going to go look up this headline. If I can pull it up. Right out of the Guardian. It says nearly 50% of U.S. parents financially supporting adult children study fines. As you can see, this is dated the 12th of March, 2024. That's why I came out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, 2 in the Good News translation. And read it once again. Show me a righteous ruler, and I will show you a happy people. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people. And the people are miserable, man. You think parents are happy that they have to? It says nearly 50%. Let's go down. So you'll see it's out of the Guardian. It says nearly 50% of the U.S. parents financially supporting adult children study fines. 50%. Because what? 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all bought into the American dream. Y'all bought into the, hey, all I got to do is go get my credentials for one of these universities. And once I get my credentials after 4 years or after 7 years, if you're trying to go get you a doctorate, 8 years or whatever, you know, you've been sold everything is going to be honky-dory. Everything is going to be all right. I'm going to be able to, live the American dream. See, you're not going to be able to vote yourself out of, this pending destruction. You're not going to be able to go to Joe Biden and Joe Biden give you relief, from your what they call it, your student loan debt. Donald Trump is not going to be able to give you relief from your student loan debt. So you're not going to be able to vote your way out of the pending destruction that is coming upon America, Babylon the Great, because it's in the scriptures. So we're going to read the article. And then we're going to come up with some precepts, and then we'll close this lesson out. And again, it says soaring costs of foods. I don't have my my little arrow on my computer. Something's wrong, so we'll read it. Soaring costs of foods and housing forcing many to still rely on parents to cover expenses as as risk retirement and security. So parents are risking their retirement and security to take care of their adult children now. And many of them are doing it because they told their sons and their daughters, hey, go get your college education and just watch, you'll be able to buy the house, you'll be able to live a prosperous life. But again, they didn't take into consider that we got a wicked ruler. So the people are miserable. Let's read it again. Proverbs 29 and 2. Show me a righteous ruler, and I will show you a happy people. The American people are not happy. They're not happy with the border security at the border, southern border. They're not happy with the jobs. They're not happy with student loan. They're not happy with their presidents. They're not happy with their congressmen, their senators. They're not happy with anything. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people. And what you can see a bunch of miserable people. Because the people they're protesting. The people are going on these videos on these social media sites, and they are airing their grievances, man. They're airing their grievances. They're airing their grievances about their job. They tired of working 5 to 6 days a week, 40 hours a week. They tired of doing all these, so they airing their grievances, man. Because and majority of their grievances are directed right at the so-called head of the United States of America, at their presidents. Show me a righteous ruler, and I will show you a happy people. The people are not happy here in Babylon the Great. Whether they're not happy with their positions at their jobs, but they're not happy. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people. The people are miserable. Let's go back to the video, the article. It say nearly half of U.S. parents provide some kind of financial support to support their adult children who are grappling with higher food and living costs than they did, a new study has found. Continue reading. It said a study conducted by savings.com found that young working class Americans were not substantially benefiting from the recovery of the country's economy, as evidenced by high employment, falling inflation, and economic growth that has forced many of them to continue to rely on their parents to help cover the cost of living. The average age of adult receiving financial help from their parents, sometimes at the risk of their parents' retirement security, was 22. According to the study, while parents surveyed in the study on average said that their adult children should become financially independent by 25, many were supporting those children beyond their milestone. And we know that this really was probably taken by, the Edomites, because we know that 2/3 of the Negro, Latino, Native American, they don't have we don't have enough, what I guess you could say, invested security, of invested financial growth here in America, Babylon the Great, where our kids can depend on us. We allow our kids to come and live with us, but we don't have. We're going to show you how much money some of these parents are giving their adult children. And we know 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans don't have this type of money, after they pay their bills, to be able to give their kids $1,500 to $950 to $1,500 a month. It's impossible, because what we, again, like I always say, we own nothing substantially, where we can take care of our kids like that. But what we will do is open our doors to our kids when we see that they're falling on hard times. But we're not going to be able to give them no financial assistance, not like that. Let's continue reading, man. Matter of fact, let's go to the Ecclesiastes, because it made a point. It's talking about what it said. The study we'll go right back here to study. The study conducted by savings.com found that young working class Americans were not substantially benefiting from the recovery of the country's economy. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, man. It say, the book Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1, it say, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. And our people don't want to remember the creator in the days of their youth. It say, while the evil days come not. While the evil days come not, you're supposed to remember the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You can't let the evil days just pop up on you, and then all of a sudden you want to start calling on the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Again, the scriptures also say, and I'm gonna paraphrase it, said, in a time of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the word ignorantly called Jesus the Christ. But see, as soon as they fall on hard times, the first thing they want to do is call on the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. No, it said right here, it said, while the evil days come not. You got to remember the Creator while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So now you're saying you have no pleasure in the years to come. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Verse 3, it say, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the keeper of the house going to tremble. Why? Let's go back to the article real quick. Because what? The country's economy. Benefiting from the recovery of the country's economy, as evidenced by high employment, failing inflation, and economic growth, has forced many of them to continue to rely on their parents to help cover the cost of living. Same thing saying right here in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. Verse 4, the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of grinding is low. When the sounding of grinding is low, it's talking about the work. You got a bunch of big box stores are closing. That's when the sound of the grinding is low. You don't hear that high traffic flow. You don't hear that energy, that people that are coming in and out of the stores. You don't hear the register cha-ching, cha-ching. No commerce is being taken place. And he shall rise up, and the voice of the bird and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. and all the birds, and music is brought low, man. And that's that again. That's that traffic flow. That's the music, man. You know, when you got a lot of commerce taking place, man, it's loud. It's people are talking, people are making transactions. All kind of things are taking place, man. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh is talking of, man. Let's go back to the order. It say again, it said the average, we're going to go here, the average age for adult receiving help from their parents, sometimes at the risk of their parents' retirement security, was 22, according to the study. And while parents surveyed in the study on average said that their adult children should become financially independent by 25, many were supporting those children beyond those milestones. And again, 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, they can't support their kids. Let's look at the numbers. Of parents providing support, 21% were helping millennials, 28 to 43, or members of Generation X, 44 to 59. Millennials and Generation X adult children were on an average given between 907 and 960 each month by their parents. 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans don't even have that kind of money to try to give to their children. So we know that this talking about the Edomites because they have all the wealth here in Babylon the Great. If our kids depended on us for $907 to $960 a month, they'll be taking food out of the household of you and your wife or whatever, or the kids that you have that are still in the nest. Your kids that are out of the nest, we don't have the ability to give 900 and 960 each month. It's impossible. So it's talking about the Edomites, and it's talking about the Moabites, it's talking about the Japanese, it's talking about all the different nations. Because, as a whole, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh put these curses on us so that we won't be able to provide that kind of assistance to our kids once they leave the nest. And like I said earlier, we'll allow them to come back to the nest, but we can't support them beyond the means, once they leave the nest like that. We pray that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh cover our families. But at the same time, we know that we were sitting here as punishment. We weren't sitting here to America, Babylon the Great, so that we can be prosperous, so that we can have this great prosperity. It's a Generation Z between 18 and 27 were getting more help from their mothers and fathers, averaging about 15 a month. If anybody listens to this comment board, I want you to put a 2. I want you to put a 2, in the comment board if you can afford 15 a month for your sons and your daughter. Put a 1 if you can't. I want you to put a 2 if you can and 1 if you can't. Notably, many adults from Gen Z still have college and university expenses. The most common expense parents cover right here for adults across those 3 generations were groceries, foods, cell phone bills, rent, mortgage, tuition, and health insurance. And a lot of those things, that cell phone bill, that's a want. That's not a need. Tuition and health care, once you leave 18, a lot of your so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, your insurance, your kids are cut off from the insurance. So that's why insurance is one of the major things that when these adults go looking for jobs, they're looking for what? They're looking for their health care. They might not pay a lot of money, but they'll say, okay, man, the health care, it'll take care if something happened to, maybe your sons or your daughters. Again, it says while soaring costs of food, housing, and other living expenses, more adults are either choosing to be or being forced to live in their parents' home, the survey determined, and the future outlook of the cost to live in the U.S. remains bleak. It remains bleak, man. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 30, man. See, because 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all don't trust, in Egypt. Y'all don't trust in the state of Egypt. The book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1, it say, woe to the rebellious children, because 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all are rebellious. Go read Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1 again. Woe to the rebellious children, Why? Because y'all wait till the evil days come before y'all start what? Calling on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Y'all don't want to take counsel. Y'all want to take counsel of JC. Y'all want to take counsel of Buddha. You know, y'all want to take counsel of Allah. Y'all don't want to take counsel from the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And how do you get counsel from the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? By the servants of the Lord, the men on the highways and the byways are bringing out these epistles. That's how you take counsel. And that covering with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are adding sin to sin. Verse 2 is the key, is the point. It said that walk to go down to Egypt, walk to go down to Babylon. We know America, Babylon had many names, but it's Egypt because it's what? Egypt is synonymous what? With captivity for you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all trust in the shadow of Egypt because y'all don't bought into the what? You know, the wine. Hey, let's go to college. Go get your degree. Go do all these wonderful things. Go and America's what? It's going to be that. It's going to reward you for your great heart, your work, and your effort. See, America's not going to reward 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's not going to reward the hopeful elect as well. But we understand it. The hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3 understand that we're not going to get rewarded here in America by Esau Edom, by trusting in his wine, by trusting in his way of living. See, you can only trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. What? Before the evil days come. Let's read verse 2 again. It said, that walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, have not asked the prophets, you will again their word, their wisdom from the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And Pharaoh is going to be your modern day president. See, y'all what? Y'all gonna trust in Joe Biden. Y'all gonna trust in Donald J. Trump. Y'all gonna trust in y'all local representative, you know, your clergy and your pastors, but y'all not gonna trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Let's continue reading verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. That's gonna be y'all shame. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. And now y'all are real confused. Like, damn, I thought we were supposed to, if I went to college, mom, I thought I'd be able to buy a house and buy the car, you know, and have this wonderful and luxurious life. But mom, I got to move back into the house with y'all. I'm depending on y'all to give me money so I can make meet my monthly and Mr. daily needs. That's your shame. And 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, we also saying that it's your shame. Definitely it's your shame because y'all got to move back in the houses with your parents. And see, and mom and them will open up the doors to the nest, you know, but they're not going to be able to give you no 15. They're not going to be able to give you now 907 and 960 a month. They're not going to be able to make those car payments. They're not going to pay them cell phone bills, but they'll give you we'll put some food in your belly. We'll provide a roof over your head. Verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confused. And 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all gonna be real confused in these in the times to come. Let's go right here. It said all food prices are predicted to increase by nearly 3%. According to the U.S. Agricultural Department, supermarkets and grocery stores purchases are expected to increase by 1.6%. Because what? It's inflation. Affordable housing, meanwhile, remains in short supply. If an adult in the U.S. is even able to buy a home, record high interest rates can deter them from taking out a mortgage. In October of 2023, the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage was nearly 8%, a more than 20-year high, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. And while interest rates have since fallen, for many, they still haven't fallen enough, especially since houses are also more expensive. The average age of a home buyer last year was 49, and they are only getting older. The average home builder last year was 49, and the people are only getting older. So You generation what? Gener you generation Zers, y'all gonna have to wait another what? If you what 22 years old, y'all gotta wait a what? Another 27 years before you can afford a house here in America, Babylon the Great. Another 27 years. It's a Harris poll thought leadership and future practice survey of U.S. renters from age groups Generation Z, Millennials, Generation X, and Boomers reported 61% said they were worried they would never be able to own a home, and some saying the areas in which they live had become so unaffordable that they were barely livable. Younger generations also carry more student loan debt than ever and making lower wages when adjustment for inflation. Woo, low wages. Let's go to the book of Haggai, the first chapter. The book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. It said, you have sown much. Y'all don't sown much. You don't went and got your degrees. You don't went and did what your parents told you that you should do. You sown much. You sown much into the educational system and bring in little. You got your degree. You got your doctorate degree. You got your accounting degree. You got your bachelor degree in what? Teaching and bring it, but you're gonna bring in little, but you have not enough. You drink, but you're not filled with drink. You drink that philosophy, but you're not filled with it, with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Holy Scripture. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Y'all earn wages to put into a bag with holes. Y'all don't went in and bought the philosophy of, hey, let me go get my degree. Let me go do all these wonderful things, man, and I'm gonna have this beautiful life. But America has given you guys a roadblock. You're not only is just a roadblock, it's a huge bump in the road for you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and so-called Edomites, man. They're experiencing this as well. Says it said reported 61% said they were worried they would never be able to own a home, with some saying areas in which they live had become so unaffordable that they were barely livable. Younger generations also carry more student loan debt than ever and make lower wages when adjusted for inflation. That's why, they make that lower wages, man. It said, we go to the end of it, and he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Because what? They saying that you're not making enough money. They saying, hey, that yeah, sure, you got a college degree, but we're not gonna honor that college degree with rewarding you with a higher salary. Because 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans don't bought into what? The philosophy of Esau. Let's continue reading. But supporting their adult children could compromise a parent's ability to save for their own future. There's no future, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna close it out here. It's not long. We'll finish reading. Working parents were found to contribute to 2 to 4 times more to support adult children than they do to their retirement accounts each month, according to savings.com. The average amount of parents give to their adult children each month is $13.84, more than twice what the average working parent contributes to their own retirement savings monthly, which on average was $609. The study also said 61% of adults living at their parents' home don't pay rent and contribute to any household expenses. How can they contribute to any household expenses if they can't find jobs? The study concluded that there is a clear challenge in the economy today. Isaiah 30 and 1, man. Continue reading 31, 2, 3. Driving by a convoluted mix of social economic factors, adults receive more from their parents well into their 20s, 30s, and beyond, the study said. For some, it is tempting to simply say that today's young adults are just mooches and that a strong foot in the rear will launch them into normal independent adulthood. That may be gratifying for parents who are tired of footing the bill, but it doesn't solve or even properly describe the economic factors to play, such as rising housing costs. You Negro Latinos and Native Americans, because y'all what? Let's go back to it. Let's go back to Ecclesiastes, man. It say, remember now thy creator, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. See, you got to remember the creator in thy youth, while the evil days come not. See, because we always need that covering of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah. Because this is our wisdom before the nation, man. He gave us the holy scriptures. He gave us laws, statutes, commandments, in the face of the other nations, man, so that we'll know how to govern ourselves, from debt, how to govern ourselves, how we live and how we interact with one another. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah, and how we praise him and keep him first. And how you fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah. See, there's not a healthy fear of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Hawashah in the land today, because everyone don't fail, and the trust in Pharaoh. And Pharaoh is failing y'all. Pharaoh is failing y'all. Again, Proverbs 29 and 2, show me a righteous ruler, and I will show you a happy people. Show me a wicked ruler, and I will show you a miserable people. You're not going to be able to vote your way out of this downturn. It's not, you're not going to be able to go to the polls in 2024 to vote this destruction, this wrath of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is coming upon America. You're not going to be able to vote it away. You can't vote it away. What we're doing, we're praying that the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua send his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, to come and redeem us and deliver us out of this wicked and adulterous kingdom. Shalom.